Hi there, today we're going to be solving problems using simultaneous equations. We are going to be following these three steps. Step 1. Define your variables. Step 2. Form algebraic equations to represent the scenario. Step 3. Use either the substitution or elimination method to solve the equations simultaneously. Here's our first example. You go to the shops and buy 4 apples and 2 bananas for $4.50. Your friend buys 2 apples and 2 bananas for $3.20. How much does a banana cost? The first thing we need to do is to set our variables. So we'll let A be the cost of 1 apple. We can let B be the cost of 1 banana. The second step is to form our two equations. The first equation is going to be 4 apples plus 2 bananas is equal to $4.50. Our second equation is going to be 2 apples and 2 bananas is equal to $3.20. We can label this equation 1 and equation 2. Here you can use either the substitution method or the elimination method. It seems like the elimination method will be a little bit easier here, so we can do equation 1 subtract equation 2. We'll then be left with 4a subtract 2a, which is 2a. 2b subtract 2b is eliminated. 4.5 subtract 3.2 will be 1.3. To find the value of a, we'll do 1.3 divided by 2, which will give you 0.65. So the cost of 1 apple is actually 65 cents. We'll call that equation 3, and we'll substitute equation 3 to equation 2. So then we've got 2 multiplied by 0.65 plus 2b is equal to 3.20. 2 multiplied by 0.65 is 1.30 plus 2b is equal to 3.20. We need to get rid of the 1.30 by subtracting it on both sides. We'll be left with 2b is equal to 1.90. Therefore, b is equal to 1.90 divided by 2, which will be 0.95. Our last step is to write a sentence to answer the question. The answer to this question is a banana costs 95 cents. Here's our second example. A game machine only accepts $1 or $2 coins. On one day, 45 coins were collected with a total value of $86. Find how many $1 coins were collected. First, we'll set our variables. We'll let x be the number of $1 coins, and we'll let y be the number of $2 coins. Next, we'll create our equations. Our first equation is the total number of coins is 45, so x plus y is equal to 45. The total value of coins is $86. So $1 multiplied by the number of $1 coins, so $1 multiplied by x, which is x, plus $2 multiplied by the number of $2 coins, which is 2 multiplied by y, is equal to 86. We'll call that equation 1 and equation 2. Since we used the elimination method before, how about we use the substitution method this time? To use the substitution method, we need to make either x or y the subject of one of the equations. To do that, we can rearrange equation 1. So we can get y is equal to 45 subtract x, and we'll call that equation 3. Okay, we can take equation 3 and we can substitute it into equation 2. We'll have x plus 2 lots of 45 subtract x is equal to 86. That's x plus 2 lots of 45, which is 90, subtract 2 lots of x, which is 2x, is equal to 86. Gather your like terms, so we'll have 90 minus x is equal to 86. Move 90 to the other side by subtracting both sides by 90. We'll have negative x is equal to negative 4. Therefore, x is equal to 4. So the answer to this equation is x is equal to 4. So there are 4 $1 coins. Here's our last example. It takes you 1 hour to complete a 7-kilometer journey by foot. You run some of the way at 9 kilometers an hour and walk the rest of the way at 5 kilometers per hour. How far did you run? Let's make a quick diagram for this. We're going to set the first distance to be x and the second distance to be y. The total distance is going to be 7 kilometers. Okay, so x is the distance you ran and y is the distance you walked. To form our equations, we need to know that the total distance is 7 kilometers. So x plus y is equal to 7. The second equation is quite tricky. We need to use the idea that time is equal to distance divided by speed. The time taken for you to run will actually be the distance, which is x, divided by the speed, which is 9. The time taken for you to walk will be the distance, which is y, divided by the speed, which is 5. And the total time it took you was 1 hour. Before we label these equations, let's just fix up the second equation to eliminate the denominators. The best way to do this is actually just to multiply by the lowest common multiple of 9 and 5. So we're going to multiply every single term by 45. We'll be left with 5x plus 9y is equal to 45. Now label your equations equation 1 and equation 2. We're going to be using the substitution method here, so we're going to rearrange equation 1 and we're actually going to make y the subject of this equation because we want everything in terms of x. So we'll have y is equal to 7 subtract x. Take equation 3 and substitute it into equation 2. So we'll have 5x plus 9 lots of 7 minus x equals to 45. So 5x plus 63 subtract 9x is equal to 45. 5x subtract 9x gives us negative 4x, and 45 subtract 63 gives us negative 18. To find the value of x, we'll do negative 18 divided by negative 4, which gives us 4.5. So the answer to this is you ran 4.5 kilometers.